Cooking with the Traveling Golfer, and really with Todd Owen, Executive Chef at the Omni Homestead Resort. What are we making today?
Today we're doing a take on a caprese salad. It's something everybody knows. We're going to add a couple twists to it, adding some watermelon, adding some different sauces to it, and really just kind of brightening it up.
All right, I'm ready. Let's go.
You ready? First thing, tomatoes, right? You gotta have your tomatoes. That one look good to you?
Yep, that's great.
Use that. Let's take this one. So I like to leave our tomatoes a little bit on the chunky side. And instead of just doing your normal slices like a lot of people do, always take out your cores, right? Discard that. Nobody wants to eat that. That's just that woody part that nobody's going to enjoy. So we'll take this and then sharp knife, right? Knife safety. Give some nice wedges. Oh, you get those beautiful things.
Okay.
Right? So we'll save those. Do the same thing to this guy. Right? Nice color on that. Look at that.
Wow.
That's when you know they're fresh. So nice and watery in there. Take that out as well. And we all eat with our eyes, so I want to make sure that we always have at least 3 colors. So we're going to throw some red in there as well. So now we have all these beautiful tomatoes, nice and colorful. It's going to be eye-catching for us.
Beautiful Virginia tomatoes. Not quite Jersey tomatoes. We know they're the king of all tomatoes. However,
We'll make do.
Virginia tomatoes, they look great.
Awesome. We're also going to add a little pesto. That's going to help carry that basil flavor a little bit further on your plate, so you're not just getting it when you have your basil, the fresh basil. You kind of get it in the sauce. And then I'm gonna tweak it a little bit with a red pepper romesco. So this is fresh red peppers roasted on the grill, so they're nice and soft, very, very dark. We peel off all the skin, and then we'll take that and we'll puree that up with a bunch of garlic and shallots and extra oils and vinegars in there as well. So that's really going to bring the acidity to your plate that usually you use balsamic with. I'm going to use the red pepper romesco because it has some of that vinegar in there. So
now that's a change,
a little change, a little tweak.
I use balsamic, that's great.
Good. So I want to let you kind of have fun with this. So we're just going to take, you can take that one. I'll demonstrate with this guy. And we're just going to kind of have fun. Think of our Picasso or anything, and just kind of go ahead and give this a couple splatters on the plate. You got some red and you got some green on here. That's our red pepper romesco. And this is some nice pesto that we have as well. There we go.
Good to go.
Now what we can do is, if you want to help, we can just kind of take these guys and sporadically put them around our plate. You can do this in small portions, so it's individual. You can do this as a larger platter. We're going to go with a larger platter, that way you can put it in front of the family and friends and let them enjoy all together.
Stand-up tomatoes, I like that.
Yeah, it adds that little extra height to it, something a little visual, right? We always eat with our eyes, so that's why we want to go with color, and we want to go with visual textures, vibrant, keep it really, summery at the same time. So I think that's good with there. Next, we're going to go with our burrata, right? You can always have a good mozzarella, but I like to use burrata.
Burrata is
right?
It's the new magic word in food. It's everywhere. Burrata everything. I'm waiting for a burrata peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
We can
burrata
make that happen.
Everything. Oh, all right. Burrata me.
Burrata, right? So burrata, it's almost like spread. And this goes with everything. We put it on our salads, we put it on our sandwiches, put them on top of a burger, anything you want. Like this is next level mozzarella that we have right here. Kind of break this up, kind of put it into pieces to where when you are doing this family style, you can just kind of take a piece on your own. You don't have to take a whole one. Mix it throughout.
So you don't cut it, you break it.
I break it apart. I think if you're cutting it, you're gonna get it on your knife and you're gonna waste the good stuff. So, and we don't wanna do that, right? So if you see it, it pulls apart just like that, nice and
Right.
stringy. That way you can kind of get this. It's just a good little nugget that your guests can enjoy. There you go. Put that on there. Now the important part, you got to garnish with some of this basil. So I'm gonna let you do that. So that's for you.
All right.
Give this to you as well. If you want to just break off some leaves and some sprigs, you can put it around the dish. Meantime, I'm gonna crack this open a little bit. Watermelon. So if you have good watermelon, it's nice and sweet, right? But what we did with this watermelon is that it's a technique called compressing. So normally when you look at it, you slice it, it's opaque, it's white, there's a lot of air into it. So what we do is that we put it into a cryovac machine that gives it a negative pressure. Think about taking a sponge and putting it underwater and letting go, and it just soaks up all of this extra moisture. So we're able to take that liquid that it's with, put more flavor into it, and basically inject the watermelon with more flavor, making it sweeter, but it still retains the watermelon texture, that crispness that we like. And if you hold that up to the light, you can see that it's nice and transparent, nice and clear, and it's not that white watermelon that we're always used to. So while you did that, I opened up this beautiful watermelon we have. And before we were talking about how you can have fun with your watermelon, do a little bit of compressing, and just to give you a thin little piece. So we compress this. Think about it, like I said, taking a sponge in the water, squeezing out all the air out of it, and filling it up with a bunch of flavorful liquid. And you can see now the transparency that we have in there, right? So that, to me, that just kind of takes it to that next level. But we also have that texture that we want as well. So I'll take this watermelon, just kind of give it a nice cube. And these are those sweet bits that we're going to mix into our salad. And it keeps it a very, seasonal summer dish as well. Everything's so very random. Would you like to try this?
And sure. A lot of flavor first.
Lots of flavor, right? First, lots of juice. And you still retain that crunchiness that we all enjoy. So plenty of watermelon there. And this is something that you can just do for your friends. Keep it simple. Go to your garden, pick some things up. I don't know if you have watermelons growing in your garden at home.
Not mine.
I grew up having watermelons in my garden and all that kind
I
of
did
stuff.
too.
So, but something as simple as that you can put out to the table for your guests to enjoy.
A little
family
bit of
style.
pepper.
Would you like to do the honors?
I will.
Perfect.
All right.
Nice and simple.
There we have it. Homestead caprese salad from Chef Todd, right here on the Traveling Golfer.